What you think means nothing.
What you feel means nothing.
You are nothing. You're an intern.
First day?
Is that obvious?
I'm gonna need you to, sorry. You're here in service of Joyce Holt, CEO of Fountain Pictures.
What color were these resold?
Black.
The original color was
Red.
Therefore, they should have been resold.
Red.
Get in here.
You got it's like the blonde today. I like it.
Blonde-rage. Here we are.
Mine is so natural.
It looks
Same.
it. Looks it.
You guys are kind. It's Rachel Smith out of Las Vegas. I think, Diane, I spoke with you recently for the 355, but have you guys been at all since the pandemic?
To Vegas?
Yeah.
No.
I went in November. I was filming a movie and it took place in Vegas and we shot it in LA, but we got the last 2 days in Vegas to shoot like on the strip for 2 days. I've actually never been to Vegas for fun. I've only been there for like work-related things, so I'm like leaving the hotel when people are getting back in.
Yeah, which is the
and,
worst.
Like people are holding their high heels and glitzy dresses and I'm in like sweats going out for a day of work.
By the way, real quickly, what is that movie so I can put it on the radar?
It's called Wildflower. It's with Gene
Okay.
Smart, Jackie Weaver, me. It's a great little indie movie. It'll probably come out hopefully sometime this year.
Well, in the meantime, this is, I mean, my gosh, this has everything. I mean,
this is fun.
Strong female leads, suspense, the glamour of Hollywood. I mean, and Diane, to play a head of a studio, I mean, that is so juicy and fun.
It was juicy and fun and pulpy and outrageous, and you know, I got to live out my inner terrible boss. It was awesome.
I know at first glance, I was like, oh, this has kind of like Devil Wears Prada kind of feel, but I mean, that's child's play next to this, right?
Oh yeah, kinda.
Miranda Priestley's not nearly as scary as Joyce.
Joyce is terrifying.
He was so much more than an assistant. Our hearts go out to his family during this difficult time.
She pushed him too far. His death is on her.
Looks like somebody got a promotion.
What is the wildest or most outlandish thing you've ever heard that has been asked of an assistant or intern that you're like, I can't believe that?
You know, I mean, so many things. In my career, I've certainly observed really bad behavior from bosses towards their assistants, you know. Some of who were like assistants to Harvey Weinstein, for example, you know, I've made a couple of movies with him. And so I definitely know that this rings true and that you know, that behavior, I don't know to what extent it still exists because I'm not really privy to, you know, what goes on in the studios, whatever. But I don't think it's easy to be an assistant in Hollywood.
Careful. Proximity to greatness is intoxicating.
I just want to do something beyond dog walking and lunch orders.
There's a great line in this show that says something like, you know, proximity to greatness can be very intoxicating. How have you both been in this career for so long and in an industry that is glamorous and fun, but also can have some dark and intoxicating tendencies? How have you guys stayed grounded and kept that moral center when it can be intoxicating?
Oh my goodness. I mean, it's a great question. I think that staying grounded is something of an active pursuit when you're in this town, because it is or can be really easy to get swept away with things. But for me, it's kind of comes down to just having priorities that feel good and authentic. In Hollywood, there are stories of love.
Not cheating.
All of this is mine, and I choose to share it with you.
Success,
You thought you could spend as much of my money as you wanted, but you thought wrong.
where we live happily ever after. This, I see you, is not one of those stories.
One thing Hollywood does have with all of America and the world is a fascination with Hollywood. And that's why we see so many great shows and series. And this one's different though, because it kind of pulls back that veil, but it's something that kind of unites everybody because people are still to this day, so many years later, still fascinated. I mean, and you guys probably are because that's why you chose this career.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that there is this magic to Hollywood, and obviously there's ugliness in any industry, and there's tons of stuff that needs to be worked on and talked about. But if you're in LA and you still, I still catch a glimpse of the Hollywood sign and something happens to me in my heart. I get it. I get the obsession with Hollywood. It's almost like it became a character.
When I first moved here, as I looked into the Hollywood night, there must be thousands of girls sitting alone just like me, dreaming, but I'm not gonna worry about them. Because I'm dreaming the hardest.
Because I'm dreaming the hardest.